Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all my fantastic videos. So next week, my Puerto Rican brethren, Joaquin Phoenix, will be portraying yet another iteration of the Joker. The critics seem a bit enthusiastic, but I'm wary because I don't know who this Joker is and how he ties into the DCEU. Well, after falling into a dark hole of research, I finally figured out that I have no clue. But I do know a couple of backstories for the Joker, so I thought I'd black explain them today. So it's recently been revealed that the Joker is actually 3 different crazy niggas that are using the same name. Now, the comic that explains who these 3 Jokers are has not been released yet, but we have plenty of references to kind of get a gauge of who they are. One thing you need to remember is that every Joker is messing around with chemicals. Alright, so boom. Joker number 1 is from the infamous comic book, The Killing Joke. If you want to read it, be my guest, but please do not watch the animated version of it. In this iteration of the comic book, the Joker is a sicko who rapes and paralyzes Jim Gordon's daughter, then shows him the nudes. This is obviously white Jim Gordon because Jeffrey Wright is not letting that happen. The worst part of this version of the Joker is that he does all of this as a social experiment to see how far he can push Batman and Jim Gordon. This guy is sick, but he does offer us some semblance of a backstory. In this story, he's an engineer who quit his job to become a comedian. Like most women, his wife was not down for that broke life, so he resorted to crime, instead of getting his job back. So while he's out doing some illegal stuff, he gets knocked into a vat full of chemicals and it disfigures him and turns him insane. I think that they use this origin story as an inspiration for Jack Nicholson's 1989 version of the Joker. This also seems to inspire some of Joaquin's version as well. Version number 2 comes from the short stories of Batman Confidential. This version of the Joker is a sociopath named Jack who's wildly talented at criminal stuff. He's so successful at everything that he considers suicide because he's just bored with life. Then Batman rolls up and ruins. Instead of getting tight, Jack starts acting a monkey, and boy does he get on Batman's last nerve. So much so that Batman ends up cutting his face in a smile. And when that doesn't work, Batman sends the dreadhead niggas in his lobby to beat him up, which of course causes an accident where he's covered in chemicals. I think this version of his origin story loosely inspired Heath Ledger. And finally, there's the Red Hood version. This is the inspiration for Jared Leto's Joker. He's just a gangster and frankly an idiot. Money and power are his driving forces. And just like the other, he gets dumped with chemicals when he swims through waste with his helmet on, thinking that it would protect him from it. Just dumb. So, Joaquin could be any one of these Jokers or some weird combination of the 3. All I know is I cannot wait to find out. So what do you guys think? Let me know in my comments below or hit me up on the gram. Until next time, have a fantastic week, my friends.